So after you've finished gathering your data and graphing it, the next step in your investigation is to interpret the data. And basically interpreting the data is explaining or summarizing the results of your investigation. So you've got your graph showing it visually, but now you want to use words or writing to kind of explain and share what your results are. So you want to share what is the actual data you collected. You're going to see, are there any differences between the things that you compared or tested? And you want to always make sure that you use the actual data, the actual numbers that you collected. And this is going to help strengthen whatever statement you made about what your final results are. So here are a couple of examples. So after the breathing rate lab, here's a graph where someone has graphed the average breathing rate after sitting, walking, and running. So a good summary of the results would be the breathing rate after running was higher than after walking or sitting. The average breathing rate was 35 breaths per minute after running, 23 breaths per minute after walking, and 18 breaths per minute after sitting. The results show that the more strenuous the activity is, the faster you breathe. So in this case, we made a statement of the results stating that the breathing rate was fastest or higher after running. We then used the actual numbers, the data that was collected, and we included the average breaths per minute for each of the activities. Now, one more piece can be explaining why you think this happened. What is the science behind the results? So here you might say something like, our muscles need more energy when exercising. They get energy from cellular respiration, which requires oxygen. We need to breathe faster to bring in more oxygen for cellular respiration and to remove carbon dioxide when we exhale. Let's look at one more example. So this is from the Penny Lab. So in this example, the results show that the penny was able to hold more drops of salty water than plain or soapy water. The penny held an average of 17 drops of salty, 14 drops of plain water, and 13 drops of soapy water. So here again, we've made a statement about which type of water had the most drops held in a penny, and we've included the actual data, the number of drops of each type of water that were held. And we didn't really talk about the science behind this one, but if we had, something you might write about that could be, the reason for this has to do with surface tension. Salt in water increases the surface tension, and soap decreases the surface tension. So just looking at moving up the IB rubric here, making sure that the results are mentioned, they're discussed, you've included the actual data, and you've made connections between the results and the learning that's being done along with whatever the experiment is. So including a little bit of science behind, why you think these are the results that you got from your experiment. So good luck in interpreting your data.